Hi guys, good morning. It is 6:50 and we are 1 week away from our trip. So that means it's Lightning Lane Day. So thanks for joining us, and we are going to kind of walk you through that process of how to sign up for your Lightning Lane. Just a side note, the reason you do not have to purchase Lightning Lane to go to Disney World, and you can have just as much fun without it. If that part stresses you out, just don't worry about it. There's a couple of reasons I will suggest to that or maybe a good reason to purchase it. And one is if you're going at a busy time. So make sure to check with your travel agent and find out if the week that you're going is going to be busy. So I would definitely suggest it if you're going during a busy time like Christmas, spring break, those times. Also, another reason is if your family really wants to ride a lot of rides and you really like the popular ones like the roller coasters and some of those. That's a great reason to do it, because those are the ones that the wait times tend to get up to the hour and a half, things like that, depending on when you go. So that's another good reason to get it. The reason we get it, which is another reason you could do it, is we have a big family, and so everybody likes different things, and our big kids really do like the popular rides. We like the popular rides, and also we have really young kids too, so waiting in line can kind of wear on them after a while. So we all want to enjoy our vacation, so that's another reason we do it. This time on this trip, we are going to purchase our we're going to do it, kind of shuffle it around a little bit. We are a big family, so it can get expensive to purchase Lightning Lanes. So we're actually going to park hop on this trip. So we're going to purchase Lightning Lane Multipass for 2 of our days. We're doing 3 park days. And then the last day, we are not going to purchase it. We're only going to do an individual Lightning Lane for that day. Okay, so there are 3 levels to this Multipass system. The first one is your fancy level, which is the Premier Pass. So, I'll maybe list some of the prices down below of a range. They're never set in stone, and it really just dependent on how Disney prices it that day. But usually you can see your prices around about, a month or so before your trip. Maybe a little less than that. But the Premier Pass will basically get you on every ride, Lightning Lane, multi-pass rides, and single pass rides for a certain price, and you don't have to pick times. You just go to the Lightning Lane. You can only do it once. Of course, you can't go multiple times, but that's the other level. The single pass is for certain rides, so your very popular rides, like in Magic Kingdom, it's Tron, and also Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So that one is a single pass. You can purchase it just for that ride. And your multi-pass would be your other rides that have that you can do it for. You can't do it for character meet and greet still, which is kind of the downside, but that's the other level of it. So that one is what I am signing up for today, and we have about 5 minutes before we do that. But the multi-pass system, you are going to pick 3 rides on your 1 week timeline. So we're going to pick 3 today, and then depending on the park, there's usually a tier 1, and then there's a tier 2. So you can pick one tier 1, and that's your more popular rides, and then you can pick your tier 2, which are kind of your less popular, and they're different for each park. So I would suggest, and what I did last night is check with your travel agent again, and they can give you a handy dandy little guide that will list out what your tier 1s and your tier 2s are, and then of course it'll kind of give you some more information too. But I would check with that. I would kind of go ahead and price out. This is what I did last night too. I've just got it. It's very simple. It's just like on a little piece of paper here. But I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So what I did is I just went by day, And I kind of did our priorities, like what I'm going to aim for our tier 1, and then our multi-pass. I don't really know what it's going to look like as far as availability, but I just kind of want to have like a starting point and something in my head. So I went ahead and listed that out, and I priced out everything, because at first I was like, yeah, we'll do multi-pass for everything. And then I was like, oh, it's going to be so expensive. So we were able to kind of cut back on half by doing the plan that we did. So yeah, so I would suggest doing that the night before, and that way you can kind of have a plan in your head. So the other thing I have here for my little setup is you really want to try to do it right at 7, because Disney people are intense, as you may have noticed. And stuff will start to fill up within the first 60 seconds. So I like to kind of have everything set and ready, make sure my app is working. I've got my laptop here in case the phone just, the app doesn't work on the phone or something, and I just need to sign into the My Disney Experience. You can also do it from a desktop or laptop. And then the other reason I have it out here is because I have the world clock, and that way I can see exactly when 7 o'clock hits. So just remember, if you're not in Eastern time, that is when you're going to need to do it, is Eastern time. So like if you're in a different time zone, it's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern. So that's when you want to be on your phone and ready to go, or a few minutes before.
7 a.m.
Yes. Sorry. So make sure it's 7 a.m. Eastern time. So we are at 6:58 here. Are you getting excited? Woohoo! All right. I'm going to try to screenshot my phone too, so you guys can, I'm going to screen record everything I'm doing here, so you're going to be able to see that as well. All right, guys, so we have about 30 seconds left. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here your main screen. When you pull up your app, you're on your home screen. It is so easy because it's literally just right on the very beginning. You've got your Premier Pass down here and your Lightning Lane Pass. So we're going to hit purchase. We're going to go to the day. So we want it for January 19th. And we're going to get it for Hollywood Studios. We're going to do the multi-pass here and continue. It'll show you who your guests are and who's going. So I'm going to go ahead and get my party and continue. All right, so select one. We are going to go for Slinky Dog, Toy Story Mania, and the Disney Junior Dance Party. All right, so Slinky Dog's my big one, so I'm going to go ahead and get this guy and see if I can, the earliest time we have is 5 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and not worry about modifying our times right now. We want to do a individual Lightning Lane that day also for Guardians. So we are going to go back to that home screen here and purchase that, because I've got to pick a different park. So we're going to go to the 19th, and we're going to go to Epcot, and we want to get our Lightning Lane single pass for Guardians. I'm kind of going fast here because that's just what you got to do. We're going to select all this time, and let's see what we have. That tells us what our passes already are. It tells us the price of Guardians. Actually, we do not want it for Eliza. I forgot about that. I wonder if there's a way you cannot select that. I might need to just go back to it, actually. So we're going to deselect Eliza here because she's not tall enough for Guardians. We don't need to buy one for her. And we're gonna see the price of that. Continue. And we're going to purchase. Okay. And now we've purchased that, and we're going to purchase for another day. Okay. So we are going to go to, our next day will be the 21st, and we're going to purchase for Animal Kingdom actually that day, because we're going to start there because that's the cheapest. A little tip there, that is the cheapest one for you. So we're going to do Lightning Lane Multipass, and then we're going to select everybody because that's our Multipass. And we want Everest, we also want Kilimanjaro Safari, and we want Navi River Journey that day. Okay, Expedition Everest we can do at 8 a.m., so that's perfect. And then Kilimanjaro Safari, and then Navi River. Okay, so these are great ones actually. These times are awesome, which I knew that going in because I knew Sunday was going to be busy. Because we're right around a holiday. And we're going to purchase for another day. And we are going to go to the 22nd. This one's going to be simple because it's going to be our individual lightning lanes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We're going to try to get on Tron at night that day because we have extra magic hours, I think is what it's called, because we're staying in a deluxe resort. Okay, I'm going to purchase it for Eliza. I don't know for sure if she's going to be tall enough, but I'm hoping so. So they have it for 9 a.m. and I'm wondering if that's a good time. We've got plenty of times for these individual lightning lanes. You'll really have plenty of time, usually if it's not a super busy day. But I don't know, what do you think? Should we start off with Mine Train?
Let's kick it.
Start it with a bang? Yeah, so we'll do 9 a.m. and continue. We'll do 9:10. Okay. So the big thing with these is when you see something you want, just go ahead and click it, and then you can try to modify the time later. So that's all we're getting it for. Right now we're not going to do Multipass for Magic Kingdom. Technically, we are going to park hop to Magic Kingdom after we go to Animal Kingdom that morning. We're going to just spend maybe till lunch there. And then the reason we kind of did that way is because I think, what did I pay? Maybe $18, $19 total. So can you grab whoever that is? We did $18 total for that park, and Magic Kingdom is usually like $35, $36 per person. And you see with our family, hey baby, that adds up very quickly. So that's the kind of the reason we did it for that park. Now we can still use it for Magic Kingdom, but we're using it at $18. So what we're going to do is when you scan into your first lightning lane, and that's why I picked an 8 a.m. time, is because we can pick another one, and we'll pick one for Magic Kingdom after that. But we'll be there at 8 a.m. before even Magic Kingdom opens and be ready to pick our first lightning lane. So we'll use it, in the afternoon for Magic Kingdom. And then we'll, pay that very cheap price instead of the $35 or $36 or whatever it is that day per person. So, and then the next day when we go to Magic Kingdom, we're not going to do it. So we're just going to try to do kind of the less popular rides on that day, since we won't have Lightning Lane. So that's kind of our plan with that, and a way to save money. All right, guys, so hopefully that was helpful for you for booking lightning lanes if that's something that you choose to do. hopefully that helped kind of walk through, just recap a couple of little things. First, decide if you want to purchase it. Second, decide, price out the day you want to use it, price out things, decide if that's something you want to purchase based on price, of course, and then also have some rides in mind before you get into it, and sort of a idea of your plan for the day, what things are important to you for that day, and that way you'll be ready whenever it's time to purchase your Lightning Lane. Next thing I'll say is right at 7, go ahead and get on. When you are staying on property, I didn't mention this before because we're doing this as a resort guest, but when you're staying on property, you can book 7 days in advance. When you are not a Disney property guest, you will do 3 days before. So as you can see, we're a resort property. I was doing it right at 7, and our time for the most popular ride really at Hollywood Studios is Slinky Dog. So, but you can see that was already late, is what was left, 4 or 5 o'clock that day. So, I wonder if there'll be anything left at all when it's 3 days in advance. That probably will not. There will probably not be a Lightning Lane available for Slinky Dog then. So it is helpful definitely to stay on property if you're wanting to use this system to have more options. And then, so yeah, kind of have your idea with that. And then the other thing I will say is to make sure that you, after you pick your rides, just do that right when it comes up, and then don't really worry about the times because you only have a couple minutes before that will change once people start picking things. So go ahead and pick your favorites, save it, and then yeah, so go ahead and pick your favorites, and then you can try to modify the times later. So you can just kind of keep working with it right up until your trip. Usually the day before, the morning of, you might be able to modify a time. Depending on how many is in your party, if there's 1 or 2 of you, it's easier to modify a time because you're looking for 1 or 2 slots, versus a bigger party like us is a little bit more challenging to modify times. But either way, we're going to have a great time, and I hope this was helpful. Please like our video and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in more ways to do Disney as a big family. We would love your support, and yeah, let us know in the comments about some of your Lightning Lane tips and experiences if you've done it before. And if you're needing some personalized travel planning, reach out to us as well. We would love to help you and your family have a great vacation at Disney World. Thanks. Bye.